Guardé un melón de la izquierda, las ganancias callejeras son para guerrear con cualquiera.
Welcome back to the channel. This is National Business Podcast, and we're here with my boy Bink, and we're gonna talk about the Claggett versus Teofimo Lopez. I know it's a fight, but I've been wanting to talk about this fight with my boy Bink, and we're here to give y'all our take on this fight because I felt like the last couple of fights with Teofimo, I felt like he lost his last couple of fights with Ortiz. He complained about Ortiz running. He was in a ring that he didn't want to fight. He was running. That he should have signed up for track. Blah 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 blah. Right. Then his father says, "Oh, Claggett is tailor made for my son. He comes forward. He's a stationary target. My son's gonna knock him out." I felt like Claggett edged that fight too. He beat him. His face was swollen. Claggett's face was alright, like he finished sparring. What's your take? Could you read out? Could you read the records there? Because Claggett's 38-8, right?
Yes, thank you for having me, Notch Million, once again on the podcast. So Claggett's 38, 26 knockouts, 8 losses. One of those losses being a knockout. Teofimo has 21 fights, 1 loss, 13 knockouts in those 21 fights. But like I agree with you, Notch. On the last fight between Claggett versus Teofimo, Teofimo was getting his ass handed to him, dude. Like, yo, how can you say that Teofimo's father? How dare he say that? Oh, that Claggett's tailor made, dude. Looks like your son was tailor made for freaking Claggett.
For real, he kept catching him in the corners. He didn't know how to use the ring, to tell you the truth. And if he has so much power, because I believe he left his power at 135, if you ask me. And man, he's been the most gifted fighter because even with the fight with Nagatani, he said, "I will never fight tall guys again," because he knew he lost that fight. He got gifted. Then he goes on, like, I would say he's like an opportunist because when he beat Josh Taylor was coming up a 2-year layoff. Yeah, he had all the belts, but he was on a decline. So, but people like the casuals, they hype him up or whatever. Look, 21, 13 knockouts, bro. You haven't knocked anyone out in your last 4 fights, I think. 4 or 5 fights, but maybe longer than that.
Yeah, and his last 1, 2, 3, 4. The last 4 fights was,
Decision, right?
decisions, yes. And before those decisions, it was a TKO when he versus Campa.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Pool boy or refrigerator repairman.
Right. That was back in was it August of 2022? That was that fight when it was his last TKO.
2 years ago.
Then before that, in 2021, was his last fight against Cambosa, and he lost at that one.
Yeah, he hasn't been looking impressive. Like, I think he's a hype job. When he beat Lomachenko at 135, I believe he came in bigger than Lomachenko, so that was like an advantage, but he still didn't KO Lomachenko. That was his biggest win. Like, he even had me fooled with that one. Because, like, the way they were hyping Lomachenko up. And, yeah, Lomachenko is a good fighter, but he just came in heavier. And when you come in heavier, 2 or 3 pounds, like, you could, if you know how to use your weight
to your advantage.
Yeah. So that's my take on Teofimo. I don't see him going anywhere from this. I believe he's gonna keep on a decline. He doesn't know how to use his mouth. He said all Puerto Ricans are soft, we're easy to beat, they tear our butt up and whatnot. So go after and fight Subriel, because I got my money on Subriel. I can't wait till that fight happens if it ever does.
Right? Nah, Teofimo's gonna be too scared.
Yeah, he's like he doesn't want to fight. He want to take the easy road. I don't see him like trying to fight. Even Pillow Hands never had. He probably beats him. That'll be a good fight because if you ask me, Teofimo has lost at least his last 3 fights, man.
Yeah. Freaking,
Sandor,
and they're trying to
Ortiz
say
and Claggett. Sandor, Ortiz, and Claggett. Those last 3 fights. And I'm being nice for giving him the one with Nakatani, because that could have been a lot. So he would have had a record of 21-4 or 5 right now.
Right. Pillow Hands.
He's not garbage, but that's my take. It's your boy Knoxmillion with Binks. If you like the content, put a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, support the channel, hit the cash app. Thank y'all. God bless. Goodbye.
Teofimo Lopez, man, has stooped to an all-time low when it comes to the sport of boxing. I've never once ever thought I would hear a boxer call himself a clown. Teofimo Lopez was literally on stage calling himself a clown, and everybody's on stage laughing at him like, this dude is ridiculous. And this is what Jermaine Ortiz had to say. He says, I guess I'm gonna be the guy in the ring leading the clown, making him do what I want. Like, this dude literally called himself a clown, bro. He said, the circus is coming to town. I'm a clown. Yay! Like, what, bro? Man, that's pathetic, bro. I don't understand Teo mindset, bro. Like, how do you get a kick out of calling yourself a clown? You get no respect from the boxing public. Nobody's gonna respect a guy that calls himself a clown. Like, it's hard to respect a guy like that, man. It's ridiculous how he's carrying himself.
Los ojos blancos se me nota, ellos saben que